Good morning, and what I want to talk about this morning is the Xbox and the way it handles game saves, and specifically the way it handles game saves in the cloud. Now, the Xbox has come in for quite a lot of criticism, and in some cases rightly so. I mean, the games they've had out over the last couple of years, 3 years, haven't been on a par with the offerings from Sony, for instance. And some people have moaned about the interface and said it's a bit clunky and a bit slow. And I'm in two minds about that. I quite like the interface. I do get annoyed when, specifically in the store, you get slowdowns. And, it's not as quick and as responsive as the PlayStation's interface. But there are aspects to the Xbox that are way superior. I have to say it. And game saves is one of those areas. Specifically, as I say, cloud saves. Now, with the Sony, the PlayStation, if you belong to PS Plus, you can save your games to the cloud. And that's great. But if you get a second PlayStation and you then try to use your cloud saves, it gets quite awkward. And you can... You can actually use them, but it's not seamless. You have to, if you're on your second machine, if you're not on your home console, you have to then manually download those saves from the cloud. And this is true with the Nintendo as well, when you've got cloud saves, because on the Switch, not all games have cloud saves. And even if you're logged onto Nintendo Switch Online and you've got an account, some games will save to the cloud. Some games won't save to the cloud. At least Sony does it better than that. But Microsoft, as I say, does it better than all of them. And it's seamless. And to some extent, I think this is almost a legacy from that always online thing that they did that everybody was critical of them for. And, if we fast forward to now, virtually all games are always online. And there are some advantages to that. And the advantage in Microsoft's camp is that when you play a digital game on the Xbox, and in fact a physical game as well on the Xbox, if you then go and play that game on another console, the saves will be seamless. And I'll show you what I mean here. And this goes across both from Xboxes, so if you're playing on one Xbox and you go to another Xbox, and even across PC. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go into Gears, and I'm currently on my Xbox in the office, and we're recording this on my PC. So if we just wait for it to load up, I'll show you what I mean. I'll go in and it should start to load, and it will try, I think I was playing it previously in the lounge, so it will get my save game. Just let it load up. And it's still loading. I said this in my previous video about the Xbox, that I hope these new SSDs that they're having in the Xbox and the new PlayStation will improve things a bit and things will be a bit faster. Hopefully they will. But for now, as I said in the previous video again, we have to put up with these loading times. But here we go, we're in. And if I press A, it'll try and sync, I would imagine. And there you go, syncing data for Gears 5. And that came from the cloud. So I don't know if you saw how quick that was. And that was basically, my home console is in my lounge. And now I'm in the office. I've loaded up Gears on my Xbox in the office. And it's synced the data. And we're in. And I go in and it should show exactly the same save game. And if you see, we're on Act 2 recruitment drive, insane difficulty. If I go in, I'm not going to change the chapter. Let's go back. I'm not going to start the game. But as you can see, it's loaded up. In fact, I will start the game because I can show you exactly where I am. And so in a minute, when I change and go onto a different system, I can show you that it loads up in exactly the same place. Right, and you can see where I am. Took some health off that one. So, right. So that's where I am. That's where I am in the game. So let's just stop that. And I'm going to go out, hit home. And there we are. We're back at the desktop on the Xbox. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to load up the same game, Gears of 5, on my PC. And bear in mind, this game was loaded up on my Office Xbox and it shared the share across from my Lounge Xbox. So let's just stop recording. I'm going to load up my PC, or I'm going to load up the game on the PC, and we'll see if it starts me at the same spot. Right, and we're back. And as you can see, we're now at the desktop of my PC, but we haven't loaded up Gears yet, so let's go and do that now. And we just have to wait for it to load up. Right, and as you can see, it says press enter to play, or you can click on it with the mouse, and it should try and sync up my account. And there you go, syncing data, and it's done that. So now all we have to do is, if you look on the top right-hand side there, it says Joe Chip, so it's me. And if I go into campaign, we'll go and see if it loads me up in the same place. So let's do that now. It says Act 2, Chapter 1. It's creating lobby, and it says Act 2, Recruitment Drive, which is where we were before, and on insane difficulty. So let's just start the game and see if we are in exactly the same place. And we're in. And as you can see, we are indeed in exactly the same place. So anyway, enough of that. You can see that we're in exactly the same place as we were before, and it's loaded me up seamlessly. So let's just get out of there. So you can sit down at a PC. You can sit down at your own Xbox, you can sit down at a mate's Xbox, and as long as you're logged in with your account, in this instance Joe Chip, which is me, you can carry on where you left off. And this is so much more seamless than with both Sony and Nintendo. And I know I keep banging on about that, but when you try and do this with a Sony game, if I sit down and I play God of War on my main on my main PlayStation 4, and then I come and I sit down at another PlayStation 4 and I log on and I go to play God of War, I will have to remember to manually download the save game from the cloud. Same with the Switch, as long as the Switch game actually has cloud saves enabled. If you go and try and play Splatoon 2, it's not going to work at all, because on Splatoon 2 there are no save games enabled for the cloud. So it doesn't matter if you're a member of Nintendo Switch Online, it still won't work. With the Xbox, it doesn't matter. As long as you are logged on to your account and it's a cross-platform game, or in the case of just the sharing across Xboxes, if it's an Xbox game, you can log on and you'll just carry on where you left off. And I know I'm harping on this, but it is so convenient for me. The fact that I've got an Xbox in the office and a PlayStation in the office and one in the lounge, both in the lounge as well. The convenience of the Xbox is much better than that of the PlayStation. It's not as clunky. It's easier to use. Just in the same way people are talking about the interface on the PlayStation is easier to use, cloud saves on the Xbox are far easier to use, because the bottom line is You simply don't have to think about it. And moving forward, if we're looking at Project xCloud, this is going to be integrated into xCloud as well. So you're going to be able to play your games on the Xbox. You're going to be able to then move across and log onto your PC or another Xbox and carry on playing where you left off. And then you'll be able to go out on the go with your phone and you log into your Xbox account on your phone and carry on playing your game from there on xCloud. It's seamless. But anyway, look, that's what I think about it. You guys might completely disagree with me. And if you do, let me know in the comments and we can hash it out in there. But if you like this one, give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit the post notifications, the little bell and all that nonsense. And yeah, I'm done. I'm going to go and grab myself a cup of tea and I'll speak to you in the next one. Bye.